It's your girl T here, back with the Tea Time Tuesday vid. Yeah, I know y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day because we're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of the day is I choose me. We choose ourselves, because if we're not choosing ourselves, who is? I wanted to do a real-time example today of how you navigate through your reality in terms of choosing, because as we all know, creation is finished, meaning all possibilities are real based on what you decide. The end result is what you decide you're going to align to, and in terms of real-time reality, what that looks like. So this morning, I was on my way to the gym. I literally had my foot in the door and my work calls. And the person who had her shift wanted me to take her shift because I was the on-call person. On-call, for those of you who don't know, is like you're the backup. You're ready to go if the first person can't make it to their shift. And now, a sidebar, my mom's in the hospital and she just had surgery. She's perfectly great, so I manifested that in. I said to myself she's going to be fine, which is great. And I wanted myself available all day today for the purpose of, if she calls and needs a ride home, I'm available to give it to her. And when I got the call from the girl at my work whose shift she wanted to give to me, I started getting stressed out. I was like, I don't want this shift. I need to be available for my mom. And she was like, I'm really ill. Can you be there in 40 minutes? Just call in and make sure that this is a thing. So when I called in, my boss actually said I don't need to come in because he had already filled the shift with somebody else. And when I hung up the phone, you guessed it, most of you would be like, you manifested that, you wanted the day off. Where does my brain automatically go? My ego. It goes, well, you weren't picked because you're not good enough to fill the shift today. If you're on call, you should be the first up. For a minute, I entertained that idea and I started to feel some anger coming inside of me, and I was about to argue about this. And then I let it go and I thought to myself, what are you talking about? You wanted this day off so you could be available for your mom. You have stuff to do in terms of your channel. You've got other things to do for other different things you haven't been able to get a hold of. You're prioritizing yourself today because I have one day a week where it's all about me and I get all the stuff I want done, and I just choose myself the entire day, and I read and I do all sorts of things. So all of these things were working in my favor, and I almost chose to go down the path where I became a victim of my 3D circumstance instead of a victor, which, now that I'm talking about it out loud, becomes even more apparent that I got what I wanted. So this is how quickly you can fall down a belief rabbit hole. You can let the 3D bully you. You can let the 3D be that reporter when you're a famous person asking you questions that are really irritating, and you finally snap and blow up and react to it. Or are you the celebrity or famous person that ignores that irritating reporter that's trying to get under your skin and just stays silent and keeps it moving, knowing internally that you won at the end of the day, that you won the end game? This is what I wanted to get into today, is that it's so easy in the 3D to let the 3D bully you. It's so easy to let the 3D let you attach onto a negative meaning about something. And we have to constantly remind ourselves through the day, the 3D are old thoughts and beliefs. So by me reacting to that situation today in a negative way, I would have been reacting to some old thought that I might have had in passing, like, oh, I don't get chosen for these shifts, or, oh, why don't I get the shifts that I want? It doesn't matter. There's no point in even going down that road. It's just, it is what it is. I got my way today, and I almost latched on to an old belief system where I didn't feel chosen, because nothing has meaning until you assign it as such. The simple fact of the situation today is there was a billion meanings you could have assigned to it, like, oh, the shift was going to be garbage and everything works out for me, so I didn't get it because of that. I said everything always works out in my favor, and I wanted the shift off today, and I'm such a powerful creator, I got it off. Or you could go down the hole of you weren't chosen because somebody else was chosen above you because they're better than you. But the 3D is there to gauge where you're esoterically at and where your belief systems are at. So I looked at that today and I said, because I turned that around so quickly, my beliefs are getting better and better, because I obviously could have chose that I wasn't chosen and that somebody's better than me. But because I recite every single day that I'm the best, no one's better than me, I'm always chosen, I'm always prioritized. But because I had willed through manifestation that I get the day free and clear to do what I need to do, I got my own way. So I am choosing that meaning for it. This is what we do all throughout the day. We have infinite choices in every possible situation that occurs. And what choice are we making? I'm sure if you all took inventory of the majority of your day, it's like that video I did before where you're complaining to your friends about how your SP is not showing up. You're going on Facebook, looking at their pictures and assigning meanings that they have third parties and whatnot. I'm sure if you took stock of each and every portion of your day, you would realize that more than less, you are giving negative meanings to things and you are putting yourself in last place in lots of situations because you are resonating with a negative meaning for things. Our 3D is going to challenge us in certain ways. It's going to bring up old thoughts, old beliefs, old patterns that we used to fall into. Do we make the choice to consciously go, I'm the new version of myself that doesn't believe that that's what that means, that believes that this is what it means and that's the only meaning that I am entertaining? Or do we go down the old rabbit hole where we're like, of course they get picked. They've always been better than me. They always get everything that I want. Why do they have it and I don't? These are the choices, the micro choices that are going to add up to a new reality for us. Because if we're telling ourselves we're the rich, most gorgeous, most high-end version of ourselves, no one compares to us, no one's better than us, everything always works out for us, but we're aligning to our bank account has $2. We don't have, or we don't get picked for the things that we want. Da-da-da, what is our brain going to pick? It's going to pick the more emotionally charged, victimized version of that meaning versus the one that we lightly say but don't really believe in because we're not actuating it throughout the day. Do you understand what I mean? Like if we have decided that we're going to be 30 pounds lighter in 2 months and we throughout the day go and eat Cheetos and Ho-Hos and we believe that Cheetos and Ho-Hos make us bigger, but we're saying to ourselves once in a while, oh, I'm 30 pounds lighter by April or May, but you're eating all these foods that you have a belief system create more weight on you, which is going to win. It's your actions and the beliefs that you have surrounding those actions are going to win over the affirmation you say twice a day. We want to make sure that we're checking our thoughts throughout the day. We're returning back to our center. I am the only person that creates the rules. It's me against me. So if this thing is showing up in my reality, that's a thought I used to align to. That's a thought I used to believe. But I'm now the version of me that only gets the best. No one compares to me. I'm always chosen. Should I say so? I always get everything that I want. And if I want a day off from work, I'm going to get a day off from work because that's what I've decided. I'm just linking it back to the first example that I had of work. We decide everything. We create the narrative for everything. We choose what everything means. So are we choosing the beliefs that are going to get us our end result? Are we choosing beliefs that feel better? You can tell when a belief is not working for you because if you latch on to a negative belief of something, you get angry. You feel you feel emotions bubbling up inside you. You start feeling like garbage. This is your moment to breathe through those emotions and return yourself back to the thought process that no matter what I see, everything's working out for me. I am always the best version of myself. I am new. I am the version of me who ... whatever it is that you're working on. So I wanted to remind you today, check your thoughts throughout the day, because if some of you are saying to me, or a lot of you are saying to me, I'm not getting what I want. I'm doing the things, but I'm not getting what I want. Are you doing the things? Are you checking your thoughts? Are you picking the best meaning in every circumstance? Because if you are dominantly picking negative meanings in situations that come up, which have infinite possibilities to choose from, and you're choosing the negative ones, those are going to win predominantly over your positive ones if you're picking them more. If y'all have questions, you know what to do. I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday. Bye.